Hey guys, thought I'd do this a little different this year. Every single year for the past 7 years, I've taken young people up to the mountains to get away from the distractions of this world and the false realities of social media and devices that seem to be stealing their life away. So many young people today struggle deeply with their identity and with feeling worthy and accepted. They end up turning to drugs, sex, and trying to fill the void in their hearts with everything this world has to offer. But we have the answer, and his name is Jesus. Our amazing youth leadership trip helps quiet the distractions and creates an environment for our young people to again hear God's voice, face their insecurities, gain healing from their heart wounds, gain confidence in their relationship with Jesus and with others, and find their true identity in who he says they are and not what the world says. As a faithful donor and supporter of our ministry through the years, every year you've seen the impact and the influence that this trip has made in the lives of our students. God has used you as a vessel to make a way for students who couldn't do it on their own, and because of that, many of their lives have been changed for eternity. Despite broken homes, many of them are now leaders on their college campuses. They're serving in their local churches and have stepped into roles of ministry not only in local religious and nonprofit organizations, but as productive members of our society as well. To this day, the fruit and the impact of your generous support and those amazing trips in the lives of the students that attended will forever make the difference in our future. A year and a half ago, we planted a new church plant in Nipomo and are getting ready to launch our second campus in Santa Maria this August. We have a new group of young people this year who desperately need to know the freedom and the hope in our risen Savior, Jesus Christ. We've booked 26 spots this year with Rock and Water in Faith. We've paid the deposit and are believing God to again do what he has always done, to faithfully make a way for us to change students' lives for eternity. I want to ask, would you prayerfully consider making a donation to help us send students on this incredible trip this year? With the recent pandemic and not being able to gather and meet in person as a church body, and with all that has been going on with the riots and civil unrest, we haven't had the opportunity to get out and fundraise like we normally do with our Krispy Kreme and envelope wall fundraisers. The actual cost of this trip this year is almost $700 per student. Multiply that by 26 total spots, and you get $18,200 for the total cost of this year's trip. We always charge students around half, which is $375 each student this year, and fundraise and believe God for the rest in donations and student sponsorships. Whatever God puts on your heart would be a massive blessing, and I promise you, you never know how much these trips will impact and influence a student's life, which will in turn influence later generations. Thank you guys again so much for your prayers, your support, and your generosity. It's because of people like you who faithfully sow into our ministry that we're able to do what we do, and lives are able to be changed, not just for a day, not just for a week, but for eternity. Love you guys. Blessings.